Hi, I'm Zach.
And I'm Brandon.
And we're
the Bourbon Bros.
So today,
Driftless versus the Legends. All right, Zach, so why Driftless Glen?
yeah, so somebody said in the comments that, do we have stock in Driftless Glen? No, we don't.
But we would be open to it.
Yes.
Let's talk Driftless.
No, we just really like Driftless Glen. And we just went and did a tour there. We visited. We got to participate in our first barrel pick.
The very first Driftless barrel pick.
Yeah, so we're just really excited about Driftless, and we got to try a lot of their products, and we just really are like, wow, I think they could compete in the world of bourbon whiskey.
And I think this spawned because while we were there, we were having a conversation, and the statement came up, this is probably the one distillery that could hold its own outside of Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And we want to put that to the test.
Yeah, we want to put it to the test, and so we put up a poll for you guys to pick some legends. Obviously, a lot of them are allocated. People can't just buy them off the shelves, but, you know, they are legends, right?
They are, yeah.
Today we have Stagg, we have Wild Turkey 70th anniversary, and we also have Weller Single Barrel.
Yeah, so we picked some Driftless Glen bottles that we have in our collection that we thought would match up really well. So we've got, to match up with Weller, we've got the wheated version of Driftless Glen, that's a single barrel. We've got, to match up with Stagg, we've got the foolproof iteration, or the cask strength iteration of Driftless, their traditional bourbon batch. And then we've got the single barrel, the proof down version, not a store pick,
right?
To go up against the Wild Turkey.
Yeah. And we're doing this blind format, but we're going to do them kind of head to head. So as he just said, you know, we got a Driftless matched with one of the legends, and so we're going to kick it off here.
Cool. Let's jump in. We got round one here.
Round one.
So one of these is Driftless, one of these is not, right?
Yep. One of these is Driftless and one of them is not. Which one are you going to start with, you think? You start with the one on the left or the right?
I'm going to start with the left here.
Okay.
Start with my left. It's pretty. It's floral.
I'm actually gonna reserve not smelling both of them at the same time. Let's just smell the first one. I was gonna say the same thing. It smelled floral right off the bat to me.
It's like, it's full, but it's floral, and it's.
I'm getting a little bit of
honeysuckle.
Yeah, like a hint of char in there as well. There's like a nice little hint of char.
Oh, wow. That packs a little punch.
Oh, that's nice though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice.
Again, I get that honey. I'm getting like a nice honey sweetness. Something bright on the front end though, like a cherry maybe on the front end.
Yeah, I want to say the sweetness for me on the palate is definitely like in that honey range. That it's like honey or melon, I would say. It's got like a really nice flavor on the finish.
Ooh, and it's thick, and it's really, really tasty. That makes me happy.
Yeah, and it's got like, I would say like more of a medium feel for the tongue.
Okay.
Presence with like viscosity.
Yeah. Good finish.
Super delicious.
Yeah, delicious. Perfect way to start off, honestly.
Yeah, and like on the exhale with the finish, it's like very sweet aromas. Yeah, really tasty. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the next.
Yeah, me too. Ooh, this noses from a distance.
Whoa. This is like a, I don't know if this is even a thing, but like a caramelized cherry.
I was gonna say kettle corn. It reminded me of kettle corn. Like open up a.
Oh yeah, I could see some buttery maybe, like some buttery, almost like the, like you get the corn, the popcorn that has like the drizzle of the caramel on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So I really like this. This has got a little more oak to it.
Whoa. Yeah, this is more oaky on the palate for sure, and a little more subtle.
Yeah.
This is odd.
This is odd.
I think this really kind of is going to come down to what I feel like I'm in the mood for right now.
Honestly, like kind of, yeah.
Because they're both really nice.
They're different, though.
But they're different.
Yeah,
they're different. They're nice in different ways. Because this one I felt, so if I start with the nose, I like the nose of the second one, I think more. It kind of hits me with more of those sweet flavors that I'm feeling right now, I guess, in the moment. This one had a really nice nose to it, but maybe it just wasn't hitting the right notes for me. Palate, though, I like this one for the palate more. I like that little bit of punchiness, and I feel like it develops from one thing to another thing throughout.
Yeah, I think that this has got more of like a berries and cream kind of thing going on here. This has got a little more oaky presence to it, which I really like.
This one's got a little better of mouthfeel.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I think it's a little silkier.
I was just comparing that.
Like it feels heavier. Like right when it hits the tongue, it feels heavier. Ooh,
This is good.
but this one has got some just nice flavors throughout.
So, are we in agreement though? Neither of these are barrel proof.
I don't think they're barrel proof. No.
So I think they're both proof down to something. I'm gonna say around 100.
Yeah, I'm gonna say around 100 as well. But we know what the bottles are. So like,
That's true. I guess if we're gonna.
so like the single barrel driftless, if that's what this is, I'm assuming, or it could be the weeded. It's definitely not a weeder. I don't think. You don't think this is a weeder, right?
No, it's not a weeder.
So assuming this is the driftless Glen single barrel, those sit at 96.
Yeah.
They're proof down. So
This has got that like new shoe smell to me, which I like. I don't know why.
New
New shoe. Yeah.
I haven't had a new pair of shoes in years, I feel like.
Like you open up that shoebox and it's just got like that maybe it's that rubber or the leather combination.
Well,
This is good whiskey. This is better whiskey. That's what I would say.
yeah, I want to say for my palate, at least for today, both great, but for different reasons. And for my personal preference, I do like this first one more.
Yeah. I think better nose, slightly longer finish. This has got better flavor, and I think it ties its nose and flavor together better,
Yeah.
which to me gives me a better experience. So I'm picking this one over this one by the slimmest of margins because this is actually very good.
I think it's very slim, very slim. And I think it's really just kind of the mood that you're in at the time. And I'm really in the mood for this one. This one really hit right. So,
This would be a good summer whiskey.
yeah, good summer whiskey. And at a lower proof, I think lower proof whiskeys are kind of nice for summer.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. You wanna say
Okay,
that again?
let's reveal the bottles.
Driftless is our number 1, and our number 2 glass is
Wild Turkey
Wild Turkey.
Anniversary. This is 100 proof, right?
Yeah, 101.
101 proof. Okay, so this is effectively the 8-year that's being released now. This is just a commemorative version of it. Okay, cool. I mean, I feel pretty okay about that since
I feel okay about that,
This is Wild Turkey 101. This is a driftless single barrel, batch product, single barrel product.
This was very kind of more oaky on the palate, and it screams classic bourbon.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, so
But this is super duper approachable. I think anybody that's getting into whiskey that jumps into a single barrel, I could very easily steer them to this bottle and be like, this is a good place to start for a single barrel.
great place to start, but it's like you're starting kind of like mid to up the hill already.
Yeah, which I mean, if you're going from batch product to single barrel, that's the direction you're headed, right?
Yeah, so kind of surprised because when I reviewed this bottle when we first got it, man, this was like the quintessential this is what bourbon is.
Yeah, this is bourbon.
So I'm really glad that this stacked up really nice. Perfect. That was a good pair.
Yeah, good start too.
All right, on to the next round.
All right, round 2. These look like nice, beautiful bourbon colors here. Nice golden hues.
Yes, nice golden hues. Yeah, I'm excited. Let's get into it. I'm going to start with my left.
Okay, let's stop talking.
Yeah, whoa. These are different smelling.
Yes, they are.
Oh my God. I shouldn't have smelled both. They smell different and they smell different. So this one smells different than this one and they smell way different than what we just had.
Yes, they do. Smells like heaven.
It's interesting. It smells a little more almost like... let me get another smell before I start yapping. It almost smells a little like a basement, like a little musty, which is odd because we don't have any malts in here.
That's what they call the weedy funk.
But it has a very soft sweetness to it, like a very subtle sweet.
I can always tell when it's a weeder, which is my guess. I don't know that. Can't confirm that because I don't know. But I can always tell when it's a weeder when it kind of smells like steel cut oats before you cook them.
Yeah, this has got to be the weeder because the other ones are bourbons. For some reason, this one's coming off as like
On the right?
yeah, on the right as like peppery, like black pepper or like a pencil lead or something.
Pencil lead. Well,
they're very different. This
Yeah,
one's
they
like it's got like a pepper note on the nose, like or slash like kind of earthy lead type of note. Ooh, that one feels really nice on the palate. Oh, and it's got oh wow,
what a treat. What a treat.
beautiful char on the finish on that. It is like oaty.
Yeah, it's oaty.
Anything that I put a Y on, I just love it.
It's oaty. It's fruity. It's
Creamy.
creamy. Those are pretty much the notes.
It is creamy.
It is.
It's creamy. It's delicious. It's got some fruity note in there.
Yeah, a little nuttiness on the retrohale for me. So I can almost picture just a bowl of oatmeal with berries and a little bit of honey and some almond shavings, and that's that in a glass.
Ooh, it's got a nice, man, just such a silky feel. It almost kind of reminds me of like some wines almost a little bit. It's very palatable. It's delicious. All right, you're on to the second one already?
I am. Yep.
This one's got that odd nose. I cannot put a thumb on it. It's something earthy going on there. Like it's very strong. The nose is very, and it hits the palate the same way. Same note as the nose on the palate.
Yeah.
Earthy, oaty,
Buttery.
buttery. It's robust. Yeah, it's like it's very different than a straight bourbon.
Yeah. This had like a real refined kind of thing going on, like from the nose to the palate. It's just like merry harmony. This kind of exploded in my mouth a little bit.
It's much punchier.
Yeah.
Much punchier. Here's the thing: we cannot pick Driftless Glen every time, so I hope this isn't Driftless Glen.
I don't know what is what. And I don't know that I want it to be punchier, to be honest with you. I don't know if it is punchier. I don't know if I've enjoyed it yet.
Yeah.
I got to figure that out.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much confirmed that this has got to be the wheater, but or the wheat lineup. So, but it's interesting because the wheated. So both these are rare, right? We have an allocated wheated from Weller.
Yep.
And then we have the wheated from Driftless Glen, which is also an LE and it's hard to find. And when they put it on the shelves, it's gone.
So I this has got a little bit of a quicker finish. It does come really full in the mouth, which, okay, let me rephrase that. It does provide a full experience in the mouth feel category.
Either of those are terrible.
Come full in my mouth is a whole different. All right, but it provides a fullness to the texture.
Oh yeah.
As when it's on your tongue. But then when you swallow,
Yeah. Keep going.
it doesn't stick around. So
Interesting. That's exactly what I was thinking too. The finish is not great on the second one.
not great.
Punchy nose, punchy palate.
Punchy palate for sure. And I don't think I like the palate as much, to be honest with you. It's got a little bit of a dryness at the end that I don't particularly like. A little bitter kind of note. Not a lot, not overpowering, not overbearing, but just a little bit that I don't want that in a weeder as much.
Yeah. And the weird part is it's a weeder, and I feel like a black pepper note, which
If
is
this is not the weeder, I'm going to feel like a complete idiot, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be.
But if it is the weeder, then I feel like a black pepper note is something I feel like I typically wouldn't pick up off of something that's weeded.
Not usually. But that's pretty good, actually.
It's good. It's
Yeah.
I like the punch about it. But this one has a good experience all the way through, and it delivers exactly what you're expecting. This one delivers a nice palate that it complements the nose, but the finish does fall off.
I like this one better. I think. Damn it, so close again.
It's very close because this one feels, for some reason, it feels more inviting because it's not. I don't know. This
Does
one, this one
More inviting?
more inviting, and by that I mean it feels a little more approachable. So like if I didn't know what this was, or I don't know what bourbon or whiskey is, I feel like this would be a little more approachable than this one for some reason.
Yeah.
This one kind of delivers a little more. I don't want to say alcohol, but it gives a little more heat to it.
You think it's a little harsher?
It's a little harsher. Yeah, I think it's a little rougher around the edges. I think this one's a little more refined. I do like the flavor profile of this one and what it's delivering. And this one seems a little more simple when it comes to the palate and flavor. So like as somebody that has tried a lot of whiskeys and bourbons now, I think I would tilt towards this one. But I think this one's a little more refined. I think this one's probably our more expensive one.
You think so?
Yeah, I think this is probably the Driftless.
Okay. I think you're right. I think I like this one better. I changed my mind. Fourth sip. I do like this one better. I really like this one.
Yeah.
I also feel like this would be a good summer whiskey, to be honest with you.
Interesting.
All right.
Let's reveal it.
Let's reveal it.
Let's get it out.
I'm so lost on this
I'm
one.
a little scared because we can't pick Driftless the whole way through this,
I'm
otherwise
so
people are going to be
lost.
like, whoa.
All right.
These guys are
This is number one on the right here, the one that I chose and you chose. Let's see what
Oh,
this
it's
is.
number one?
That's number one.
Oh, shoot.
Is it?
Number one's our Driftless pick, and number two is our Weller pick.
Well, there you have it.
And which was which? Oh, so we picked number two.
No, we picked
number one.
Picked number one.
That's crazy, dude. Let me sit down again. That's crazy. So, well, let's just say probably majority of people, especially most of our viewers, have never even had this bottle. Unless they've had it at a bar for a pour, right? We've drinking quite a bit of this, actually. I'm surprised. Yeah, I mean, Weller is the king of wheat, man. It's a W on the top for a reason.
It's the king of, branding for wheat for sure.
Interesting. And this could be any given day, And both of these, I think, are awesome in their own way.
Let's walk it back here.
Okay, so we like this bottle. We like Weller. It's not my favorite Weller.
Yeah, let's be honest. This is one of the least impressive unicorn bottles we've ever bought in terms of does it live up to the hype?
Right.
It was like, oh, this is good, but I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We bought it because we want to be able to have that experience to be able to give to you guys that you guys can be more informed if you find this in a raffle or something. Like, am I going to spend money on that in a raffle because this is the only time I could ever get it? It's not my favorite either. I think Antique 107 is better than this. And
107 is better than both.
And that might be starting some fights, but it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite Weller. I've always been impressed with the Driftless Glen Weeded, and it's an LE for them. So I don't know. I'm not upset. They're both great for different purposes.
I think we're gonna get chewed up for that, but it's blind, and the blind is the blind.
We're on to round number 3. Stay with us. Obviously, we know what these are going to be. These are the cast strength versions. This is going to be the Stagg and the Driftless Glen store pick cast strength. I'll shout out the store because it's a store pick. This was in
Sussex.
This was Sussex Liquor.
This was actually the first time we had seen a cask. Well, it wasn't the first time we saw a cask strength version of Driftless, but it was the first time that we had seen somebody get a barrel pick, proof down, and get 5 of the bottles as cask strength as well.
True. And this is kind of when we're seeing a lot more of their older like single barrels
8
coming
years.
out.
Yeah, this is an 8 year plus.
Because his proof down one was 8 years. So
Because when we were there, they had told us that they were going to stop doing the 5+ year because it felt like it was underselling the fact that most of the whiskey going into their single barrels now were 7, 8, 9, 10 years, coming up on that 10-year release.
yeah, I'm excited for the 10-year to come out. Okay, I'm gonna start on the left. Here we go.
Needs a second to breathe, brother. That's got some. Whoo!
You mix these around, right?
I mixed them.
Okay.
That's got some nostril burnage.
This
there.
is one you don't want to put your nose all the way in unless you're looking to lose some scent.
or you're feeling dangerous.
If you're living on the edge.
Put a lighter to that and watch it burn. That's got some.
That's some heavy heat there.
That's nice.
Ooh, this one's floral.
That's nice.
Nice.
Very good. Fucking driftless, dude.
We're picking Stagg this time. We're picking Stagg. Sorry to all those legendary lovers out there.
You guys picked this lineup, by the way. We had better lineups.
I thought that I voted on our own poll, first of all, for the Eagle Rare one. So
What would that have been? Eagle
Rare, Old Fitz, and Old Forester 1920.
Yeah.
I thought that would have been
Well-balanced.
a great pairing.
Very good.
Yeah. Probably more similar expectations as well.
Is it weird that I'm getting a little mint on this one? Picking up a little bit of mint.
So that's the thing that I always smell, and I never can identify until you say it.
Honestly, it sounds weird, a little soapy as well. Soapy mint.
I'm not picking up soapy. I'm slightly picking up the mint. Like I'm picking up more of a spearmint, more of a sweeter mint.
Maybe it's because my shampoo has got like a spearmint in it, so now I'm like in my head.
It's in your head?
No. Sweet.
It's sweet. It's sweet. It's definitely going to come with some heat.
Dark plum maybe. Maybe I'm like picturing that on the palate. Dark plum.
There's another dark sweetness to this. It's I always want to say brown sugar when I say dark sweet, but it's not like necessarily brown sugar, but it's dark.
Ooh. Me gusta.
Yeah. How is this one coming in your mouth?
Well,
This one delivers on the palate too. This is nice. It's oaky. It's caramel. It definitely has an oaky finish. Holy cow! It's got an oaky finish.
I want the ethanol to get out of my glass because that's the only thing that's detracting.
It's kind of killing you right now. Yeah.
It's got a lot of burst right now. It's just. First one's a banger, dude.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of like a cinnamon touch in there. A little bit of a cinnamon spice. It does play heavy on that on the oak on the finish.
It's oaky. It is definitely oaky.
It's got a nice little vanilla hint of sweetness in the mid palate there.
Yeah.
Quite delicious.
I get like this vanilla cream at the end, like a ice cream, like a
Interesting.
liquid kind of ice cream. You know, you get to the end of your ice cream cone, it's got that little. Yeah, front end spicy, nose got a little bit of spice to it. Definitely minty on the nose.
This is good. What do you think of mouthfeel on this one?
That's the part I'm trying to figure out.
I know that's a little tough. I want to
Good
say
finish, but like kind of honestly a little bit thin.
it's a slightly shorter finish for me, and I want to say that's also it attributes to kind of the light feel it has on the palate. It's got a punch of flavor, but on the palate it feels a little it doesn't feel heavy.
It's not heavy, no.
Like the Weeders we had, like those felt like dense.
Yeah, they covered. They coated. All right.
These are going to deliver a lot heavier flavor profile.
We're in fourth gear.
Because this is the cast strength versions.
And we went from mid 90s to more 90s to 120.
Yeah.
So now you're getting full throttle.
These are very different on the nose.
Totally different.
These are very different.
This is a lot more subtle. It still delivers a full nose, but this is like punchy from a distance. This is like you can come right up and nuzzle.
Yeah, for sure. This is way lighter on the nose, not as punchy.
I dare say it's more refined on the nose.
It has like this sounds really super gay, but but it feels a little more whimsical on the nose. Like it feels like it's delivering. It's delivering.
Keep going.
It's delivering like some like light sweetness to it, but it's not. But it's not. It's not like punchy. You know, it's not super punchy. It's not in your face, but it delivers a lot of different flavors on the nose.
There's nothing scratchy about what's going on in the nose here.
No,
right?
it feels rounded.
Yeah.
Rounded.
Dare I say refined?
I don't know if refined is the right word.
Flex.
We're gonna taste it.
Good for you. That snuck up on me. That was like, hey.
This one's got a nice finish. Nice finish.
That was like.
I can almost tell you right now that this has got to be the Stagg and this has got to be Driftless Glen.
You think so?
We have to pick this one.
You think that's the case?
I think that's the case.
That's better.
Well, the only reason I say that is because all of the Driftless Glen products we've had recently have had this little bit of a tanginess to it. Some sort of a fruitiness on the palate that just like, it's in almost every one of their products that it's very identifiable and it's very, very nice. It kind of reminds me of the funkiness of an American single malt, but dialed way back, and you're just getting the fruitiness out.
I don't actually pick up any funk on this one, but I do get like a brighter, fresher kind of fruit note to it. Like,
Very fruit.
Like again, I think of like a strawberry before it's fully ripe, where it's kind of got that tangy, like you said, the tanginess. That's got that.
Yeah, this is super nice. This is almost too much for me. Like it's almost like overpowering. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's a little bit like, it's
hey,
like.
do you like bourbon or not?
No,
because Stagg is the holy grail. So you get your act together.
Well, what I'm saying is, this one I'm enjoying because I'm able to like identify the flavors and they're very pronounced.
So my glass, the ethanol has left the building, and this is a whole different whiskey.
Good,
like a
good,
whole,
good,
like a whole different whiskey
good
now.
caramel
like
on the
way
nose.
Caramel. This has evolved in the last 2 minutes here. My thoughts are, this is
wild.
So what this does the best,
Yeah.
right, is it's super rounded. Like it's there's no sharp edges.
Did you smell this one again? Did you smell that one
I did,
again?
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
Super sharp, super approachable, super rounded, no sharp edges, right? Like I love that about this. But we're talking barrel proof now.
This one's a little rougher. It's a little rougher.
I don't know if it's rougher or if it's warmer. I think there might be more proof in this. I don't recall what the proofs are, but usually Stags come in at like 130. I think this is maybe 10 proof points less.
Yeah. I think we might disagree on this one.
I think we might, but...
Because I am enjoying this one more. I don't know if all the way through. So for some reason, your glass has like more of a sweetness on the nose, and I don't know if that's just the shape of your glass is kind of a little more odd. But this one is delivering something a little softer, a little more inviting, a little more welcoming. Maybe that's just my palate.
I agree. I do think that this has got that rounded all the way through, from nose to all the way through the finish, quite frankly. I think the intensity of this one and the full flavoredness of this one on both the nose and the palate stands out. Yeah,
it's very... This one's very bourbon-esque. This one's very uniquely punchy. Is kind of, I guess, the words I would put to it. This one really kind of hits hard.
I think the nose on this one is...
Yours is different, man. I don't know why. Yours is sweet marshmallow.
Yeah,
Mine's not that way.
Yep.
That's so weird.
All right, so my vote is this one here.
Okay, I like them both. They're both great. I think they're both great, and I think we can agree upon that.
It's barrel proof, though.
I think it's barrel proof. And
I can be honest, I don't necessarily want like the rounded barrel proof.
when you got a fucking barrel proof, man, you just want to grab that thing by the nuts.
I kind of want it to grab me by the nuts.
Yeah, you want to be grabbed by the nuts. So, like, I think true. I think this one, if you want to be fucking grabbed by the nuts, this is the one.
Yeah.
But this one feels more elegant.
It is a rounder, softer barrel proof.
This is the dude.
Which is hard to do.
This is the dude on the fucking. He's got the leather straps on.
Mm-hmm.
He's on the Harley motorcycle. This is the guy with the beard and the ballerina slippers on. Okay. Yeah. But for right now, I think I'm enjoying this one more. But if you're like, grab me, this was it.
Yeah.
That one's it.
Because you're watching on Patreon.
Brandon doesn't know how to follow that up.
All right, so what's your vote? Which one do you think is better?
Fuck. I want to agree with you.
Yeah, be honest.
Because we're bros.
No, be honest. Which one do you like better?
I enjoy this one more, for me.
Yeah.
I enjoy that one more.
Here's the thing. Close. Right?
Yeah.
Like close.
Yeah.
For different reasons, but still like close. Like it's not like, oh, this one blows this one out of the water. This one, it like neither way.
Yeah. And we kind of expected that when we tasted these.
All right, bring them out. So I assume this is Stagg. I assume this is driftless, but let's figure this thing out. If it's not, that's so funny, dude.
Number one, which is Brandon's pick, was Driftless Glen. And number two, which was the other one, is Stagg.
Look at that. Look at that, dude.
But considering, so this Stagg comes in at 125.9 proof.
Oh, is that it? That's kind of a baby Stagg?
Yeah.
What is this one at?
Maybe we put them.
Oh, this is 125 as well. So these are head-to-head proof points.
Yeah, these are pretty close in proof.
Okay.
Which is something to compliment Stagg on because it felt like it tasted under its proof for sure.
Yeah.
So if there's somebody that's looking for something that has more flavor, delivering the proof, but drinks under, Stagg, great.
Yeah, and if you want somebody to come tug your nuts, like this is the bottle for you. I don't think I've ever like put something head-to-head with Stagg that outpunched Stagg in a
Yeah, because Stagg I look at and I'm like, man, that's full throttle punchy.
Yeah.
Man, this is crazy.
Did I pick three for three?
Hey, you picked Driftless Glen for every one of them. Brandon works there. Just kidding.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to come out of a tasting like that and not look like the Driftless fanboy. But it was blind, right? So like the blind is the great equalizer, right? It tries to keep everything fair and balanced.
Yes, but we were just so surprised. It's not like Driftless Glen was ever on our map, but all of a sudden it got on our map because of your father-in-law who gave us a sample of something that he got when he went to the distillery, and we're like, wow, this is good. We got some other stuff in their lineup, and it's impressive, man. It's really impressive.
Yeah. I'm just as surprised as I'm sure a lot of you are, but it was, I can assure you this was completely authentic. Yeah, I mean, I'm taken aback at how well it did, honestly.
I am taken aback as well. I think it's got to be one of the most slept on, like, Midwest distilleries.
Yeah, so I would speak for both of us. I think we're excited that it did so well because, again, our name's going to be on a barrel pick of that. And it is a Wisconsin brand that has held up against prominent legends in the bourbon world. And for me, I guess it outshined all three of them. Again, surprised. But very thrilled, very excited for a Wisconsin distillery, homegrown, to go out and show up and show out. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. All right, well, I think that wraps it up for this video. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Zach.
And we're the Bourbon Bros.
We'll catch you on the next one.